Welcome back to Relatable Reactions. It's Josh, and you've joined me for a new season of Norsemen. Yep, we begin season 2. The previous season, we ended with Arvid becoming chieftain of Norheim, defeating Jarlberg in a duel where he ended up getting both of his hands chopped off and got a lovely pair of prosthetics, nice spoon and some stiff fingers, what everyone needs. And obviously Orm, Liv and Rufus managed to escape on a boat with an arrow in their butt crack, but still managed to get away. We don't know where, presuming either back to where Rufus comes from. And the sort of surprise reveal, I suppose, right towards the end was that Hilda was pregnant and she claims that it's Arvid's child. He doesn't seem to have too much of an idea about it, which you would think he would know. And obviously Freya was not particularly best pleased about hearing that news. But yeah, let's just go and see what's happening. It's time. Season 2, episode 1, Norsemen. Let's go. Where are we?
You feeling hungry? I actually have a little snack before we started.
It looked like they've just had a fight.
Freya?
Yep.
What do you think about food? Are you hungry? Arvid is hungry.
Maybe we can defile first and then eat later. I mean, who likes to rape on a full stomach?
Defile. Oh, cock necklace. They're raiding then.
Norheim. I wonder if they miss us. If
Probably
only they
not.
knew how little I miss them and their horrible culture of brutality. I can't wait to be among like-minded people on the continent.
Speaking of Rome, you think we're getting close?
So they are heading that way.
All we can do is follow the sun. Since the sun always points south, we just have to trust it. Yes?
Always points south.
Oh, by Loki, this is so nice. What a perfect day. So important to be able to stop and just take it all in. Yeah.
Basically a chair of dead people.
We should settle down here and establish a colony or something.
The gods must be so pleased with us. This is the 3rd day in a row that we find the campsite with the fire pit and everything. See?
Definitely the same one.
Am I the only one who thinks this campsite looks suspiciously like yesterday's? I slept right there.
Stop complicating things, please. I mean, how different can 2 campsites be?
Yes. Campsite is a campsite.
So they're still raiding the east. Looks like he's lost a bit of his mojo.
We burned the village to the ground, or what was left of it. Seems like they've been pillaged a good number of times already. It seems like they've been pillaged so many times that they stopped rebuilding. They just sat there when we attacked. This is all the loot we got.
Rats.
This turnip actually doesn't taste half bad.
This is so miserable to time. Pillaging here in the east is so passé.
Yeah, it has become kind of mainstream.
Oh, yeah. Bundle up whatever slaves we have. Tonight we sail to Norway.
What was that?
My intuition tells me it's nothing to worry about.
Probably wrong then.
We're all alone.
Sturlab. Bone crusher. Old buddy. You sure gave us a fright.
Sit down, take a load off before I take it off for you.
Raids are great, but I'm sure it will be nice to come home again too.
I think I prefer to be on the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the situation at home is a little...
A little bit awkward.
I live together with Hildur and she's pregnant and all that.
Yeah.
If that baby in her stomach is mine, I feel like I kind of have to be there.
What do you mean, if the baby's yours?
I was thinking about it, and when I look back, I don't think she came. I mean, I came by the bucket. Crazy amounts of seed in her. And I don't think she came.
Definitely means she's not pregnant.
And in that case, the baby can't be mine.
I don't know if the woman has to come in order to make a baby.
Did we ever see this happen, or did I completely forget?
So, how are you feeling your days, Sturla? After your little mutiny in Norheim?
I capture outlaws and sell them as slaves.
Human trafficking. Well, I guess somebody's got to do it.
That is true.
You haven't gotten very far.
Yes, we have.
Norheim is 3 days march from here, so no.
3 days march? We've
How long have they been
spent 2
going?
months on a 3 days march.
If anyone is to blame here, it almost has to be the sun, because that's what we followed.
What are you three actually doing out there in the middle of the forest?
Don't tell him.
A number of unfortunate circumstances led to the result of us becoming outlaws. That needs to remain our little secret.
So you have no legal protection? Everyone can do what they want with you?
In theory, yes, but hardly likely in practice.
Welcome, new slaves.
Come on, we have to get away from here before he comes back.
You always think the worst of people. The bone crusher may be a little rough around the edges, but deep down there's a heart of gold.
You don't have a heart of gold if you're called a bone crusher.
Very true.
Why, Thor and Odin, how hard can it be to keep up the pace?
Well, several of them are missing a leg, and
They are real bad slaves.
This is not good. It's embarrassing. Let's get rid of these slaves before we meet someone we know.
Oh, they're not going to try and sell them, are they?
Well, if it isn't Jarl Varg's men, we have this incredible bounty from the west that we're going to try to get rid of.
Tell me about it. Yeah, us too. From the east.
Too bad there are limits to how much you can actually bring home from these raids. We had to dump 6 slaves because of the weight. Simply too much boobs and muscles. Have you been pillaging in Helheim or what?
No. May look a little shabby, but this is prime merchandise.
Perfectly useful.
Yeah, you know the body compensates. So if you lose an arm, the body will make your other arm twice as strong.
Oh,
Yeah. Of course, the slaves have a different appeal. They're more for the connoisseurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be. Yeah, not as commercial as yours. Of course, your slaves have a larger range of buyers, but if we find the right buyer here, we will truly strike it rich.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Come on.
Good job, Jarl Varg there. Oh, there he is. Why is he not using his spoon hand?
Having a snack, are we? And the prostheses, are they working all right? Anything wrong with them?
No, they're excellent. Cutting edge. Been out west again, Arvid?
Yeah, just got back. Great trip.
Maybe it's time you gave me that map Olaf promised me.
I'm gonna say no to that.
Remember, breaking a promise can bring punishment.
Varg, you're sitting there without hands, threatening me. I mean, you're by definition functionally disabled.
You cannot wage war, you cannot row, you cannot sail. Can you do anything hand-related at all? No?
Kind of feel for him a little bit.
Mark my words, we'll meet again under different circumstances.
The next time we meet, it would be pretty weird if it was right here and the circumstances were identical.
Just leave Arvid.
Back to Norheim.
Yes, once again, Thor and Odin have shown that they truly appreciate the work we do. Because if it had been so wrong to ravage and slaughter and rape, we wouldn't be standing here today with all these wonderful spoils of war.
Okay, so you're giving it all away?
Yeah, it was Hildur's idea.
Yes, a chieftain has to buy loyalty. That's how it works.
I see.
Yeah, it's true.
Isn't this great?
What?
You think the situation would be a little more awkward? Not everyone would be able to handle a boyfriend living with a woman you just spread tons of seed into.
No?
What the 3 of us have here is so unique.
It is.
Ah, EDST.
Now it's about time you start to communicate with your family. All you do is sit and stare all day long.
He was a good guy as well. He refused to violate leave.
Did something unpleasant happen on that trip?
You know, that trip turned out to be very, very difficult. We got to Norheim, and the first thing we had to do was to maim and murder a bunch of the people who lived there. And then Varg insisted we ravish one of their women.
Ravish? As in rape with your willy?
Tends to be how it goes.
This time it went too far.
Way too far. Way too far. The way it forced us way outside our comfort zone.
You have to do something. Just tell him. I mean, it's all about communication.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Just a bit more understanding than he made out.
I just had a thought I wanted to share with you. The thing is, some of the soldiers feel that things have gotten a little out of hand.
Never mention hands.
It's okay that we're supposed to be a little rough around the edges with a gruesome leadership style and evil plans. Maybe that's gone a tad too far. Maybe we could organize a seminar where we can spend some time discussing where we are, where we want to be, and things like that.
Most people go for young, beautiful slaves when they want to command someone to milk their lizard.
Okay.
What's going on? He's getting wanked off, yeah.
You have to go for experience. This one has spanked the wank since before Fenrir was shackled. So if there is nothing else...
Gets the job done. Let him finish in peace.
Slow down. Keep up.
Well, if it isn't Sturla Bone Crusher.
Chieftain Arvid, I found something out in the woods that may be in your interest.
All right. Yeah, that will be a little exciting. Leave? What happened to her?
Leave? I don't know. She may have been taken by wolves.
Wolves and menstruating women, you know. It's not a good combo.
What are we supposed to do with you two?
Well, I was thinking maybe just forget about everything and just start over with a clean
rune stick.
We have to blame the Norns. You know, the Norns who rule the destiny of gods and men. They twine the threads of fate, you know, so every man's life is predetermined.
Orm actually has a point here.
Yes.
It's true that... I'm sorry, I just had no control. It's predetermined, right?
Law speaker, what do you think about this?
Well, not everybody will like what I have to say. Orm has the hereditary right to the throne.
That's right. That's so true.
Orm should be the chieftain of Norheim.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I'm very proud.
But...
He has failed his people and has thereby disqualified himself. I must therefore say that as long as I live, Orm will be placed at the bottom of society as a slave. And Rufus, you came as a slave and you will stay one.
Actually, zero physically. I'm a creative person. I'm even left-handed.
I would still use him as some sort of playwright, because you need some sort of entertainment, even if it's shit. There we have it, the end of the first episode of the second season, and a little bit slower. Just trying to bring everyone back to Norheim and figuring where we all are. We see that Arvid is having some problems at home. He's obviously got Hilda pregnant, living there. He's obviously got Freya, who's not happy about the situation, I think, living there as well. I'm not sure if they're all living in the same house. Pretty certain that Liv will return at some point, so he's going to have 3 women to deal with, and not a great spot to be in. Jarvarg, clearly going through a little bit of a depressed state, not enjoying his life so much since he's lost the use of his hands. Their raiding to the east has been going terribly, because it's obviously that's where they've been raiding forever. There's not much left to take apart from disabled slaves, which probably don't sell very well. But they're continuing, and it does look like he wants some sort of revenge, even though some of the people that he rules clearly weren't too happy with what happened last time, and they're struggling a little bit. And then we had Rufus and Orm returning, basically. They tried to get to Rome, failed miserably for 3 months, and they got, what, 3 days walk away, following the sun. Who knew? Not a good idea to follow the sun in one direction, because they ended up going around in circles. But I suppose back then they didn't really know that the world was round. And we got a brief glimpse of Bone Crusher, returned just to return them, and may have been placed as slaves, so it'd be really interesting to see how they deal with that. Rufus obviously already knows a little bit what that's like. Orm, on the other hand, probably gonna have to get used to it, but I think that could be pretty funny. Looking forward to getting into the next one, so I will catch you later.